Nobody in IPOB Directorate was responsible for my abduction in Kenya, Nnamdi Kanu says ahead of November 10th trial. Welcome to the news, and thank you for tuning in to listen. He assured that Kanu is firm and prepared for the court hearing, adding that his freedom was imminent and his supporters should remember him in their prayers. Now the news in detail. Ifeanyi Ejiofor, lead counsel to the detained leader of the indigenous people of Biafra IPOB, Nnamdi Kanu, has urged the followers and supporters of his clients to be peaceful on Wednesday when the hearing resumes. He assured that Kanu is firm and prepared for the court hearing, adding that his freedom was imminent and his supporters should remember him in their prayers. He stated this in a release made available to Sahara reporters on Monday night, following the legal team visit to Kanu in the detention of the Department of State Services, DSS. The lawyer also disclosed that Kanu was displeased with some IPOB members pointing accusing fingers at Mazi Kanu, Caroline Okorafor, Madam Nnenaya Anya, and some people in the Directorate of Services, DOS, noted that they should desist from such mischief. The statement read, "Our full team of lawyers visited our clients Onyendu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu for a mandatory pre-hearing interaction. Recall that Onyendu's matter was adjourned to the 10th of November 2021 for the hearing of our preliminary objection challenging the jurisdiction of a court to conduct hearing on the 7-count amended frivolous charge filed by the federal government of Nigeria. Processes have been exchanged by the parties ostensibly, clearing every doubt as to whether the application will be heard or not on the 10th day of November 2021. Our client Onyendu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was fully and comprehensively briefed on all the legal strategies to be adopted in demystifying the smokescreen charge and other compelling legal methodology that will hasten his unconditional release from custody. Onyendu was very much delighted in his usual practice. He participated actively in the legal discourse and pertinently made his well-informed input to our contributions. Our client Onyendu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu noted with displeasure and with shock the obviously false narrative being peddled by those whose primary intention is to cause mischief, and on that note, he specifically directed that we should inform those who care to listen that neither the trio of Mazi Kanu, Caroline Okorafor, Madam Nnenaya Anya, nor any person in the DOS was instrumental to his abduction in Kenya and subsequently extraordinary rendition to Nigeria. Onyendu warned those mischievously purveying this fake news to desist forthwith and accordingly issue a retraction to the effect of this damaging blackmail to the trio of Kanu, Nnenaya Anya, and Caroline Okorafor. And this must be done without further ado. He was very emphatic on discipline and, more importantly, C&C. Onyendu thanked you all, millions of his supporters and followers, for your peaceful conduct so far and implored you all to keep it up and never derail. He also enjoined you, his followers, to shun distraction of any kind. Onyendu is very much strong in his conviction and had remained unshaken, believing most strongly that he will regain his freedom soon because he has not committed any offense known to law. Our client Onyendu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not oblivious of the antics of his detractors who are desperately working day and night to enthrone confusion and destroy all he has labored for years to build. To that end, he advised his followers to remain more vigilant now than ever. He emphasized that this is indeed perilous times. Onyendu is immensely grateful for your uncommon solidarity so far, particularly your prayers, which has remained hugely impactful. It is not taken for granted at all. He prays that your sacrifices will be handsomely rewarded by the Almighty Chukwu Okike Abiyama. Onyendu further expressed his disappointment over those who opened several social media platforms, deceitfully acting as his fans, disciples, or mouthpiece, which are venues they now conveniently employed in dishing out orders and counter orders. Apparently, others inimical to the interests of his peaceful followers and movement. He shall have a word for them in the fullness of time. Our client Onyendu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is firm and very ready and prepared for Wednesday court outing, even as he urges you all to embark on extensive prayers and possibly fast for another fruitful outing on this date. You will see him leave once again come Wednesday, 10th November 2021. We, the legal team, will not conclude without thanking you all for your love, prayers, and solidarity. It has been impactful too. We must acknowledge the fact that the conduct of those who were in court at the last hearing date in solidarity with our client, Onyendu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, was exceedingly impressive, and we have it on record that every person arrested by the overzealous Nigerian security agent were all released same day following our prompt intervention. We are encouraging those coming again on Wednesday to witness this proceeding to maintain same decorum and conduct themselves in a calm and peaceful manner as always, because it is your right to be in court and observe the proceedings. Our only challenge in the prevailing circumstance stems from the fact that not everybody will be permitted access into the courtroom on this day, and for those that will not be allowed entrance into the court premises, we encourage you to be peaceful and civil as usual. Our eyes are always on you all. Even when addressing the court, our ears are always on ground. Okay, the date for the next hearing of this particular case draws near, and people already, comments are coming from left, right, hand or center. I just pray that at the end of the day, this particular man is released, because for all I care, him and the leader of the Odua Nation leader, that's in the person of Sunday Igboho, did nothing wrong than exercise their fundamental civil rights. They both exercise their fundamental civil rights, which is the right to air the opinion and the right for peaceful protest. That was what happened. So unless they're going to say in some states or on some people that the fundamental human rights do not function, and in some, while on others it functions, except that is going to be the case now. Because if they're going to say that this particular peaceful protests were, at the end of the day, they were crimes, that means that come 2023, there should be no rally, because of course it should also be seen as a crime. I just pray that at the end of the day, something happens and the government picks dialogue and negotiation, and over this coercion of force being used. Okay, on this note, we have come to the end of the news. We say thank you for tuning in to listen. Until I come your way next time, enjoy the rest of the day.